Hey there, video fans, your old pal Big D back here again with another installment of Hidden Treasures. And today I'm being visited by my favorite Kiki, Jadzia. Well, one of my favorite two Kikis. I do have another Kiki as well, but this is my favorite kitty, Jadzia. She's a good kitty. Yes, that's right, huh? Named after a Star Trek character, yes. What do you expect anything different? But she just wanted to say hello. Say hi, Kiki. Boy, did she not look upset or what? Okay, all right, go on. Good kitty, kitty. So if you see a tail going back and forth across the episode here, you'll know it's Jadzia. So today is new release day. I want to talk about a few new releases that have come out. Now these new releases came out the last couple weeks. This is the last two Tuesdays with the new releases. I didn't get to one last week because I'd posted a video, a couple other videos differently last week, and it was only two releases that came out last week. So I felt like doing a 2-minute video just didn't make any sense. So I waited for this because there's two additional movies that actually came out this week. Sorry, I'm a little tired today, so if I ramble a little bit, please bear with me. So let's talk about some new releases. So, not this Tuesday, but last Tuesday, a big movie came out that day. Probably one of the biggest movies this summer, which would be Wonder Woman. And I did pick it up. I got the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook 4K edition of Wonder Woman. This comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray. This is an awesome movie. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I am a little prejudiced because I'm a bigger fan of DC than I am Marvel. But talk about a home run. This movie just, wow. Unbelievable. Just this movie is great from beginning to end. Gal Gadot was an amazing choice for Wonder Woman. This movie just fires off on every cylinder. I mean, this is just a great movie. It's a movie. It's an origin story, so you get to learn about Diana, who also who then becomes Wonder Woman. You get to learn of her origins and where she came from and how she was raised, and then basically to see some of her backstory. Now the character was in Batman vs. Superman, but they really didn't tell too much. So this movie puts it all together and shows you where she comes from and where she's going and the stuff that she's gone through. It's a really well done movie set, actually, oddly enough, in World War One, which you don't see very many movies that nowadays set in that time period. But it's set in World War One, and it's just wow, just a great movie because Chris Pine's in it, who obviously I'm a fan of because he's from Star Trek, Captain Kirk from Star Trek. He does a really good job. Just a really good, solid movie. Great superhero movie. And you know what? It's great to see a female lead in a superhero movie like this. She straight up does an amazing job, and I can't wait for the sequel. I definitely can't wait for Justice League. So that's Wonder Woman. The next movie I picked up two Tuesdays ago, I can speak, was a steelbook version of another 4K movie. And quite frankly, one of my favorite movies of all time would be Starship Troopers. I love this movie. I don't need to explain it to you because I'm sure everybody on this planet has seen this movie over and over again. But I did pick up the Steelbook 4K edition, and it's exclusive. It has this cover art on the front, and then on the back it has this, which looks like kind of like it's a trooper, almost like Johnny Rico. But this is a part of Best Buy's pop art collection, and I know they put the Fifth Element out in a steelbook, and they put a couple other ones. I know Transformers that came out this week was in one as well. So they've been doing this. I'm just stoked it's on 4K. I love Starship Troopers. It's the 20th anniversary of this movie, which is another amazing feat. I've always been a big fan of this. I remember when it came out in theaters. I remember exactly what theater I saw it in. I remember when I saw it. This was just, I love this movie. Casper Van Dien, come on. I mean, I know a lot of people geek fun of me, but I'm a fan. I think I love this movie because Denise Richards is in this movie. Dina Meyer, who yes, I'm another fan of, and my wife always gives me a problem about that. But I really like Dina Meyer. I think she's a really good actress. She's been in some of my favorite movies like Bats. This movie, obviously, she was in one of the Saw movies. I mean, she's been in a lot of stuff that I've watched over the years and really enjoyed her. And this movie just hits on all. I mean, this movie exploded. I love this movie. It's such a propaganda piece. Like, it very much feels like, one of those movies like you would see in like a communist country, during a war or something like that, where everything's it's all just this propaganda being put out there, and it's all this misinformation being put out there to make you feel like you're doing the fight, but in reality, there's something else going on. But it's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I'd be really surprised if you haven't seen it. Definitely check it out. I am so stoked on this to get a 4K steelbook like this because these are hard to get. Usually Best Buy's only get a couple of them in, so I was stoked to pick this one up. So that is Starship Troopers. I can speak. Now, that's all I picked up 2 weeks ago. This week, I picked up an additional 2 titles. There were 3 that came out I wanted to get. I did want to pick up the new Transformers movie, but I know for a straight-up fact that'll be available on Black Friday for $10 or less, so I can wait. It's not like Transformers is this major franchise I'd have every movie with. I do want to have the movie, of course, but I need to get it first day because I know it's going to be on sale. I've already seen it, so I'm cool in that way. The 2 movies I did pick up were kind of different genres. The first one I picked up was a movie that came out a little while ago, and I don't think it was ever on DVD. I know it was on VHS. I used to own it on VHS. I don't know if it was ever on DVD, and if it was a real limited run. But it's a movie called Shakes the Clown. This movie stars Bobcat Goldthwait. Now, this is kind of a comedy, but it's also a drama. It's very different from what he normally did. Movies like One Crazy Summer, and oh my gosh, he's done so many movies. Like I'm blanking now, but movies that you've seen him in a bunch of movies, and so this was a real departure for him. It was more of a serious movie. He's basically a clown that goes to kids' parties, but he's a drunk. And he does some pretty unscrupulous stuff, and he's definitely not the nicest man in the world, and it's about all the people he interacts with, and people that are in the movie are in this movie besides him are Julie Brown. You remember Downtown Judy Brown from MTV days. Also, Florence Henderson's in this movie, Adam Sandler's in this movie, and also even Robin Williams is a cameo in this movie. So actually, a lot of comedians together are in this movie, and it's a really good movie. It's a very good character development movie about this guy who's he's the worst of the worst, and he goes to these parties just drunk and does these kids' parties, and it causes all kinds of problems, and it's about him trying to figure himself out. So definitely check it out. It's a really good movie if you get a chance to see it, and I picked it up. I think I got it for like $5 or something like that. It was really cheap. So definitely check this out, Shakes the Clown. And the other movie I picked up would be, and this is in honor of my nephew, because we all know, and I've discussed this before, how much my nephew loves sharks movies, and I do too. That's one of the things that we have in common. So the movie I picked up was 47 Meters Down. Now, this movie did come out, oh gosh, this actually came out on DVD about a year ago, I want to say, under a different title, and right now the title escapes me. It was like Something Below or something like that, and they changed the title because shark movies started to take off a little bit, I guess, or they thought, well, because Mandy Moore's in it, and also Claire Holt, and I think they thought, well, maybe we'll try to release it. So they actually pulled it off the shelves. I've actually seen actual copies of the DVD that actually came out, and Target had it for a brief time. They had to pull it because the studio decided to go ahead and release it to theaters. Now I went to theaters, and I think it was only out in theaters for a week or two. It's a fun flick, though. I have seen it. I did enjoy it. It's a very different movie because it's about these two girls that are on vacation, and they decide to do this shark seeing trip where they get into a cage and be lowered down a little way so they can see sharks in the ocean. They're told it's totally safe. Let's go check it out. Mandy Moore doesn't want to do it, but her older sister's like just adamant, we got to do this. It's going to be great. We're going to have a good time, blah, blah, blah. So they go in the cage, they get lowered in the cage, and then somehow, I know how, but I'm not going to say how, the line breaks and they sink all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. So there's these two girls in scuba gear with limited air. They're stuck 47 meters down below on the ocean floor with sharks swimming all around them throughout the whole movie. It's all about them trying to figure out how they're going to get out of this cage and how they're going to be able to swim back up to the top. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to ruin it for you, but if you want to check it out, it's actually a pretty decent flick. It's pretty good for a shark movie. It's got some pretty good jump scenes, a couple good scares and stuff like that in there. So I definitely recommend you checking it out. So if you got a streaming service or something like that where you can stream this thing, I know some of you have them. Go ahead and definitely check this out. You'll like it. And to my nephew, who I love very much, and my niece, who I love just as much, you guys should watch this. I think you'll like it. But you might want to wait a little while longer because there's a couple scary scenes in there. So with that is the new releases I picked up the last couple weeks. I do believe the Pirates of the Caribbean, the new one is coming out next week, and I will be picking that one up. And I think after that it slows down a little bit for a couple weeks, getting prepared for Black Friday, which will be basically about a month and 3 weeks, I think, at this point. For right now, it's not that far away, so I'm definitely saving all my pennies and stuff like that to get ready for that. I haven't picked anything up at Goodwill lately because there really hasn't been much. I did pick up a couple things today that I will be showing in an alternate video later on. Or, well, no, I guess I could show it now. Let me go ahead and show it now really quick. I picked up these things at Goodwill. I got a pretty good deal on them. So the first thing I picked up was Mystery Science Theater 3000 Volume 5. And I'm a big fan of Mystery Science Theater. I mean, these movies are legit. I love these movies. And in this one we have, what is this here? Boggy Creek. Merlin's Stop of Mystical Wonders. Let's see here. Time Chasers, which I have seen. And The Touch of Satan. So basically, if you don't know about Mystery Science Theater 3000, basically what it is it's these three guys. It's a guy and two robots. They're stuck up on this satellite, and they're forced to watch really bad movies in an experiment. And so what happens is that he uses this guy Mike uses his two robots, and they sit back and they just cap on the whole movie the whole time through. They point out the obvious, they point out the stupid, they point out the ridiculous, they point everything out and make fun of it. It's a really good show. It's a show my dad turned me on to a really long time ago, and I've always kept up with it. I've always really enjoyed it. So if you ever get a chance, especially the movie, if you ever get a chance to see Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie, I'll tell you this, I'm going to ruin something here. It is on my top 100 of all time. So it's a really good flick. So if you get a chance, check these out. And I know it's on Netflix right now, so you can check it out for free if you got Netflix. Then I picked up a Steven Seagal, it was a 10-pack. There's a bunch of movies on here that I've never heard of before, but for $2, I figured might as well get it. It was still sealed. It's got the original price tag on it, though. It was still sealed, sitting on there. When I went into this, and I went into the Goodwill in Marina, which is a city just not too far away from us, and they had a bunch of new movies in there that were still sealed. It almost looked like somebody had swiped a bunch and then ditched them really quick. So I picked that up because I'm a Seagal fan, even though he is a little bit eccentric as he's gotten older. I do enjoy his movies, so I picked that up. And the other thing I picked up is another movie that was still sealed, has a price tag on it still. It's called The Cell. Now, oddly enough, I have not seen this movie all the way through. I started watching it one time, and I was streaming it, and unfortunately the stream something happened. I never got a chance to end it. It's a very interesting movie, though. It's about... there's a signal that comes through everybody's cell phone. It turns them into basically kind of like a zombie, and so the last remaining people that are on the earth that are still human and aren't zombie-ish at this point are because they didn't answer their phone or didn't use any listening device when this kind of freak accident happened. So it's all about these people. Samuel Jackson, John Cusack's in it. About these last remaining people trying to avoid all this and trying not to finding electronics to try to figure a way out of this and not become one of those zombies themselves. And my understanding is the ending is really cheesy and actually not the best, but I actually enjoyed it up until then, and I got it for $2, so I figured, no big deal. So if you ever get a chance, definitely check it out, and yeah, check it out. So that is it. Like I said, I haven't really been to many other Goodwills lately because, well, there haven't really been a whole lot lately, and I'm gearing up because I'm anticipating either this week or next week there should be a 50% off sale at the Goodwills here, so I can definitely check those out and get movies for a little bit cheaper. But other than that, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it and want to check out more, click the subscribe button up on top, a little bell up there, and every time a video is posted by me, you will get a little chime that says, hey, Big D posted another one. Otherwise, you guys all take care, have a good one, and always remember, always keep hunting. Bye.